Hi, hello friends. Welcome back to Gossip and Guidance with your host Iromy from wherever you're watching or listening. Thank you so much for being here. Today I have a special girl to my heart. You already know who it be. It be my co-host ohmadahi.
A special girl to her heart, dude. To your ass too. Get him. What?
I'm gonna ignore that because aquí we're classy.
We in it. I'm just kidding.
We in it. Ay, we're back again. We're back again. You know what, guys? Honestly, I'm gonna blame it on life.
Don't even start with like, this is it. Don't even go there.
Who said I was gonna go there?
I know you always go there. Every time you come back, you're like, this is it. We're gonna get our shit together and yada yada.
See, people be jinxing me. I need to stop saying that, huh?
Yes.
Because people jinx me.
Or you just don't do it.
Just kidding. Honestly, it's me. I'm the problem. I am the problem.
It's me.
It's me. Guys, where did we leave off last time? I don't even know. You guys forgot already, but here we are again. And we're just gonna fucking like talk. We're just gonna fucking talk. Nah.
We're back, todas treintonas.
Yes, dude. Oh.
No digas, no que, you're mad about it?
I'm not mad. I just can't believe it. And like, I feel like nowadays, well, I guess younger people, huh? They're like, oh my God, 30, you're old. And it's like, bitch, sorry. First of all, you're going to get there. You're 3 years behind. You're 4 years behind. You're going to get there. And you don't, I guess like.
To be fair though, I feel like when I was 21, I talked to like a 30-year-old, I felt like they were older.
True. Because you seem like it's so far away. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never going to get there. Like, I got time.
But time flies.
But time fucking flies. You know what I mean? Like, especially like if you think like, oh, I'm 27, I can't believe it. Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Time flies. It's insane. Like, I listen to your mom when your mom tells you, like, ¿pa qué quieres crecer? Enjoy tu juventud. It's okay. Da, da, da. Like, honestly, I wish I can go back and, like, really soak it in. Because back then, all I was worried about was, like, oh, I can't wait till I'm 15. Boom. Oh, I can't wait till I'm 28. Boom. Oh, I can't wait till I'm 21. Boom. Y ya no quería después de allí. And look at me now.
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like, why did I want to grow up so fast? I don't know.
I know why I wanted to grow up so fast.
Why? Tell us.
I feel like when you have memories of your childhood, not to say that I have a bad memory of my childhood, but you got to experience childhood. Like, as in, like, te escapabas and, like, you'd go to your parties and, like, you'd go to the movies with your friends. Yeah. I didn't get to do any of that. So yo ya quería, like, I want to be 18 already to get out. Like, I just felt like suffocated. Like, let me live life, but I couldn't because my parents were really strict. So when I think about going back in time, I do not think about going back to my high school days. I think, let me go back to my early 20s. That's what I think.
Oh, that too. That would be nice. But I'm just saying, I just wish I can go back and just really soak that time of my life. Like, not want to grow up so fast.
Yeah.
Because I had no reason to. Who wants bills? Nobody. Like, who wants to get older? Nobody.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
But let's not talk so negative of it. We're also very blessed to have reached this age.
Yeah.
There's many other people that don't even make it to 30. They do say that 30s are their new 20s. Yeah. They do say that 30s is like your best time of your life. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Sarah just turned 30 like a week ago.
Yeah.
It will be a week tomorrow, actually. And then I turned 30 a month and a half ago. And I'm still waiting for that 30 dirty and thriving. I am dirty though.
Yeah, dude. Okay.
Oh,
Miss, we don't like do that here.
We are bougie in this one.
No.
Okay. What were you gonna say? My bad.
I don't know. I feel like I heard all the time, like, oh, 30s are going to be your best years and yada, yada. You have your life figured out and all these things.
I'm still trying to figure life out.
And I'm still trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, the only difference is that we have a house. Literally, that's it.
Hey, that's progress.
For me, perspective. No, yes, that's progress. And, like, obviously, that's a huge accomplishment. But I'm still figuring out. Like, I don't know what I want to do career-wise still. Till this day, 30, I'm questioning my career choices. And I'm not where I want to be. Like, there's a lot of things that I feel like I should be done with or should be at by now, and I'm not there. So I'm like, excuse me, you know, like what the
But it's
fuck?
also a choice. You know what I mean? Like you're not there because you didn't really try.
Is it a choice though?
Yes, I think
because
it's
I'm
a
not a
choice.
U.S. citizen, and I would have hoped that I was a U.S. citizen by then.
But what does it have to do with your career choice?
No, well, obviously career is different, but I'm just saying in general. I just pointed one thing, but there's a lot of things that I'm just like, I'm not there yet.
Oh, okay. You
Why are you confused?
You threw me off with the U.S. citizen because I feel like you're like, oh, career-wise, I'm not there.
Yeah,
So we're talking about that.
Career-wise, I'm saying in general, I feel like by 30, I had bigger goals for myself. For example, number one, I would have at least at the bare minimum know what the hell is my calling in life, and like something that I'm truly passionate about, and like making a good living off of it. You know, a good, reasonable, comfortable, and above kind of thing, living off of it. Aside from that, obviously, like my dream has been travel. I still can't travel outside of the U.S. And like, there's just a lot of things that I'm like, by this age, I kind of thought that something would have happened. You know how when I bring up what did I say? Like, I'm not a U.S. citizen here or whatever. I feel like I grew up hearing my mom her whole life, just waiting for the day that it happens. So to me, when I was like a chamaca 10 years old, I'm like, for sure in the next 20 years, it has to happen, you know? And no, we're still waiting. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of things that not necessarily under my control. Some, yes, but some I can't control. And that's where I'm at in life, that I'm just like, who the fuck said that?
Also, I do feel like society, though, puts a lot of pressure because some people do figure it out and good for them. But majority of the human beings still don't know what they want to do or not where they're supposed to be. But I feel it's also the pressure of social media. Like we see other people or like, you know what I mean? It's also like the pressure.
Yeah.
I feel like, but I feel like it's never too late. It's never too late to chase your dreams, whether you're 30 or not. Maybe you just weren't meant to do those things when you were in your 20s. Or, again, we didn't put the effort, and now we're a little more mature, and now we're thinking, like, oh, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have done that. Mm-hmm. The whole, like, citizen and traveling, yes, I totally get you. I thought it would be a reform by now. But with the way things are looking and whoever is in charge of this country, I have lost more hope than ever I ever had before. I'm not saying that it's never gonna happen. Maybe if they truly do hit rock bottom and they need money, they'll do it because
we're gonna cuff up the money.
Cuff up the fucking money to do it, for sure. But no, honestly, I always thought like, oh, eventually it'll happen. Eventually it'll happen again, you know. But yeah, slowly I have lost hope in that.
Yeah.
So I kind of learned how to cope and just, you know, like live with it. But
it's not that deep. I just brought it like
but the traveling, I get it. You know, like there's so many beautiful places on this earth that you can go to, and we're kind of limited to, for sure. But especially with the current situation of this country, I don't have hope that it will happen anytime soon.
They were looking at my dogs this whole
time.
My God. How embarrassing. I'm like crossing.
She's like, we're like this.
I'm like throwing gang signs. I am so sorry.
Oh my God.
No,
please
why?
Disculpas her cacahuate toes.
I knew, excuse me, I knew I felt the breeze.
You're like,
woo! I'm like, ooh.
But, I mean, never lose hope, though.
No, I don't. And honestly, I am grateful. Like, I'm grateful for what we do have, what we have accomplished. I'm grateful for my little family. You know, my parents came around.
There's a lot to be grateful and blessed for sure, because what I think about sometimes is like, here I am complaining about minor things, crying about little things, stressed the fuck out, but I'm healthy. I have all my limbs. I have my family. I have my friends. Literally on the other side of the world, there is kids that are suffering, people that are hungry, not just kids, people that are hungry, losing family members, losing friends, losing limbs, like struggling. And we're in the same, mind blows me how we're in the same planet And here I am, whoop-de-doo, I'm alive, I'm good. And I'm complaining about 9 other things, and there's other people suffering. And it literally breaks my heart because there's absolutely nothing I can do. Sometimes I wish, I'm like, damn it, I wish I had like the power to make it all change, or the money, or I don't know, be able to help in any way. And the only way I can help is just by speaking about it, or by posting on my social media. And I feel like that's not enough, but it's better than nothing. And I don't know, that's what makes me so sad when people talk about other things and they don't bring up bigger issues in this world, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, so
yeah,
I just pray, and I remind myself of things that I am blessed and I am grateful, and I'm glad of where I'm, even though I know I had bigger dreams, like querer es poder and we can do it, but I am not unhappy of where I'm at. You get me? Like, it can be worse.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I'm not unhappy of where I'm at. It's just, I guess I had this vision of like day and night type of shit, you know? Like, for sure it's gonna happen, but obviously stuff happens, the world changes, and we have to roll with the changes. Yeah. And the punches. And
we'll get there. We just have to believe it. Believe in yourself. That's the thing. I think we're our own.
Yeah, we're our own worst enemy, pretty much.
Yeah, you're your own worst enemy. So if you're ever feeling like that, friend, like, oh, you wish you would have done this, you should have done that, always think about, don't dwell so much on the things you could have done right now, or I could have done this and that. Just sometimes focus on the good things that you have going on. Those deserve some attention and appreciation as well.
Yep. About talking about the good things, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that's good in my life.
What's good, girl, besides me?
Besides you? Besides my girl, not gonna lie, my best friend Carla and my best friends, like just our circle. Because let me tell you, we're planning a weekend to Las Vegas.
We're gonna be in Las Vegas this week. Actually, we speak today is Monday, September 22nd to be exact. We will be taking off Wednesday night.
When you guys hear the podcast.
On Wednesday, yes.
Yeah, but I bring them up because we turned 30, and like they always show up, you know, like every year after year they show up for us. Specifically this time around for my birthday, the other day I got in trouble because the girls were planning like the the shenanigans we were gonna do out there while we're out there for like 4 days and shit.
We're going to Vegas for Sarah's birthday, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to Vegas, and the girls were planning things, and like, you know, we wanted my input and stuff, and like, I'm not a planner, which is weird because
she is not.
I'm a Virgo, and I'm supposed to be like an itinerary type of person, and don't get me wrong, I love it, but I feel like just planning stresses me out. Booking stuff just stresses me out. And like, me regañaron because the day that they were planning it, I just didn't want to be part of it.
She went to sleep, dude. As me and her friends, I mean, they're our friends, but you know, I met them through her. As me and her friends are on FaceTime planning, okay, what are we gonna do this day? What are we gonna do this day? What is it? What are the vibes? Okay. And we have Carla. Carla's the organizer of the group. Yeah. She is the planner. And I love that because I am a planner. I'm an organizer. If Carla wasn't in our life, I would be the next runner up.
Yeah. By the way, Capricorns and Virgos get along. And she's a Capricorn, I'm a Virgo.
Like for my cousin's batch, I did the whole planning. You should see that schedule. It looks organized like Carla, but it is easier for somebody else to take over it because I was stressed about it doing it, but I like to do it because then I'll stress even more if I don't know what the heck is gonna fucking happen. I'm a planner, Sarah isn't, so sometimes that stresses me out.
Okay. Well, I'm not I can be a planner, but this is the thing though.
A ver, tell us.
Let me tell you.
Cuéntanos, mija.
Let me tell you my spill. Specifically dating Iromy. Specifically dating Iromy. As it is, I hate booking appointments because that day off, all I'm thinking is the damn appointment. I will not do anything with my
crazy.
life until the appointment comes, because I need to be there on time. I need to be there extra early, if anything, and like I cannot miss. That stresses me out. With Iromy, we're always running late, and that shit pisses me off. It pisses me off because how the hell am I gonna plan something but we can't make it on time? So that I can avoid the struggles of me getting mad or me being upset about the plans not going as planned, because sometimes things do happen and the plans that were planned have to be canceled or whatever it may be, or like you have a specific vision for your plans and no sale así. And that shit is so disappointing to me that I'd rather just go with the flow. When you don't expect anything, you don't get disappointed, and a lot of the times it's the most fun that you could ever have.
Okay, but wait. Yes, I do agree. Sometimes unplanned stuff are the best, right? Sometimes, not all the time. But also, let's backtrack where dating Iromy, where I was late. Some of those appointments, I don't have to be there. I'm not the one that's gonna make her late. She just hates making appointments. Let's make that clear.
Yes. I'm not. When I bring you up, I'm not talking about my own personal appointments. I am talking about making plans. Like
hey, we've been on time more.
We have.
I've been working on my time. I've been working on a lot of things. Actually.
Yes.
Yeah, and that might be things that I'm not out loud like that, but I feel like I've been working on like eating healthier, trying to lose weight, working out. I've been trying to work on like, if my mind, like my inner voice tells me to do something in that moment, I want to do it in that moment, because every time I don't listen to that voice, I forget or it doesn't happen. So that's one thing I'm working on. I'm working on my time management. I think I'm not perfect, but I've gotten better. What else? There's one more thing.
Following your gut feeling. Did you say?
The inner voice, like following my gut feeling. Like I've been really on it. Like, so there's sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do it now, and I'm like, no, girl, you better do it right now, you know, because I swear I will forget.
Yeah, and we are working on together as a couple on sticking with the plan.
Yes.
Like, I'm not saying any specific plan. I'm just saying in general in life, sometimes we talk about like, we want to do this, we want to do that, but there's no plan in action. And I feel like lately we've been like taking action for a lot of the things, you know?
So yeah, it's just about taking action, honestly. Yeah. Sometimes just do it. It's never gonna get done unless you do it, you know? Like, think about all those people that started a business or a career or a hobby or anything like that they wanted to do. They just did it because if you can talk about it all you want, doesn't mean it's gonna, just by manifesting, it's gonna fall in your lap. And I feel like manifestation falls a lot together with working towards it. It's a package. Yeah, you can't have one without the other.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that, not to get too sidetracked. That's my mentality when it comes to appointments. So I just want to give a special shout out to my friends and my girlfriend, obviously, because
she went to sleep. We planned.
Yeah, I went to sleep and I woke up to this 10 out of 10 itinerary, dude. I wish I can put it up here so you can see it. Dates, times, maps, locations, everything. It's
10 out of 10. And if there's shit that Sarah didn't want to do on there, that's all bad. She decided to go to sleep. She left it up to us, and she's just gonna enjoy
like I said, I will go with the flow. I do not mind. If you don't want to tell me what's the plan,
we did leave like brunch places or any other thing that she wanted to do open for the next day until she woke up, in case she wanted to add something else.
Yeah. So, but super thankful. And then Katie and Lex, these are our local friends that from here Fresno we made together. They unfortunately can't make it with us to Vegas.
Boo.
But on this past Saturday, Katie and Lex were like, well, we're gonna take you out for dinner. But they didn't just do dinner, dude. They took us to a hike in the morning. We came back. Katie cooked. She didn't just cook one meal. She cooked two meals.
An appetizer and the main course.
An appetizer and a course. To me, there's 2 full course meals because like I get full fast, you know? Oh wow. And then on top of it, after that, I got a little chance to like take a nap before dinner plans. And obviously we went to dinner. We went to one of our favorite spots, Saison, here in Fresno. And after that, we ended up at karaoke. That was totally unplanned, but we went to karaoke. And that was just like an ideal day for me. Like,
yeah,
hello?
it was perfect. So yeah, shout out to Katie and Lex.
Shout out to them.
They didn't just treat her; they treated me too.
Her too. Like we come in the package.
We come in the package. Like,
but
I was included in those plans.
Yeah, but we would do the same for them. You know, like we are going to do the same for them. But I'm just saying, like, we can't just pull one person. Like, oh yeah, we'll bring her back later. You know.
Yeah, yeah. It was amazing though. Like, they weren't like. I didn't feel like restricted on what I could order. We did like kind of like family style. We just kept ordering like different appetizers and stuff, and we were all sharing. That way we all get to try a little bit of everything. I think that was perfect, honestly. One, I got to try a lot of different things that I've never tried from there, and two, I didn't get overly stuffed or full because there were like appetizers, but we did like a family style. Had some drinks. It was amazing. Honestly, Saturday was an amazing day. Waking up, doing a hike, coming home, Katie cooking for us. We ate, we had lunch, we watched a whole movie. By the way, we watched Honey. If you haven't seen it, it's like old school movie, but Honey. And then they went home to shower, get ready, take a little nap. She took a nap. While she did that, I got ready. I was ready before her.
Yeah.
We were on time. Like, I'm telling you, I've been doing good.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm proud of my progress, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Is it because I turned 30?
Is it the 30?
It was 20s that were holding me back. It was 20s that were making me act up. But yeah, guys, that's what's the recent news. But wait, I heard that you have something to tell.
I do have a little bit. I have something to tell you guys. Maybe some of you guys might know already, or put 1 and 1 together, equals 2.
1 + 1 = 2.
I stopped going live during the day from I stopped going live before 5 p.m. From Monday through Friday. Because I just couldn't deal with all the people asking me like if I worked or not. I was like so over it. So I'm like, life hack, just go live after 5 p.m. And no, I'm just kidding, guys. I actually stopped going live in the mornings because your girl is an employed baddie now. Not that I wasn't
employed.
Let's keep it clear. I was self-employed. Now I am self-employed plus
employed.
W-2 and 1099, girl. Come at me.
Yeah, I said, girl, you better get back to work. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Let me be transparent with you guys. TikTok is changing. I've said it so many times while we're on live. But TikTok is changing. It's going through new ownership. The algorithms are different. Like we told you before the first cancellation of TikTok, it came back and it came back funky, right? So something else that happened it's not just me being affected. It's every person on TikTok being affected that got to quit their jobs because they got to a point where they became reliant of TikTok. Because once upon a time, TikTok, and I'm sure it can still bring good enough for some people. But fortunately for me, it got to the point where there was good months, bad months, but more bad than good. And it was no longer sustainable. It was not sustainable. The amount of stress that came with it was crazy, you guys. Like, obviously, when you have a good month, you're all happy, right? But like, you got a lot more bad months, and that's when shit hits the fan. And obviously, I've always said it before, I am not scared of working. Obviously, that is not my dream career, but if I have to, I will. Especially if it comes down to like, oh, now it's gonna make my partner stress, right? And I've always been I take pride in like, my ego hurts if my girlfriend has to pay for my shit. You know what I mean? And that's what I don't want. So I went back to work. And I'm super happy, actually. Like, it's a mixed feeling of kind of like feeling like a failure in a way, but happy at the same time, because now I'm not stressed, dude. As soon as I fucking got this job, girl, I was like, say less. Like, it felt like 100 pounds off my shoulder. It felt better than coming out to my parents, not gonna lie. Like, that shit felt good. Like, it did, like, I don't like to be stressed. I don't think anybody does, but I take action, as soon as I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck, Unfortunately, it took a little longer for me to take action because I was applying, but I was being a little picky. And right now, the job market is super hard. But I'm thankful enough to have made good relationships and made good impressions in my previous work jobs that they've always... all my jobs are always happy to take me back. Unfortunately, I burned my bridges on one specific one because they took me back and I didn't show up, But this previous job that I was at, the most recent one that I quit last year, was happy to take me back. It was quick from 1 week to another. I texted my ex-coworker and I was like, yeah, y'all hiring? And boom, boom, pow, girl, I started the next Monday. Drug tested that same week and started the next Monday. But that's my update, you guys. And I just want to say, as a fellow creator in TikTok, whenever a creator tells you like, oh, follow me to a different platform or whatever it may be, I know it can get annoying, downloading a new app, creating an account to go support your favorite creator. But just know that they're trying to make something work for them, because it kind of sucks when you're putting out videos and you either get shadow banned, you get... I don't know, like the algorithm's not the same anymore. So it's either shadow banned or you get in trouble because you spoke about certain topics. And it's not confirmed and they're not going to say it, but it's really giving, you speak about a certain topic and they punish you in a way. That's how I see it personally. And then obviously when you talk political stuff, brands don't really reach out to you anymore. They kind of cut you off because obviously they're in the ringer and they don't want to be involved with left and right. And it just sucks. It sucks that we're in that point of life where social media is kind of controlled. Well, it's not kind of. It's super controlled. We saw freaking Jimmy Kimmel? Mm-hmm. Jimmy Kimmel show gets suspended.
He's coming back?
Yeah. I literally just saw it right now as I was doing my research.
Yeah, but it's because they were losing money. Mm-hmm. Money talks.
They gave him the show back, you guys. Thankfully.
They gave him the show back. And that was thanks to a lot of people speaking about it, canceling their shit, boycotting things. There was people protesting outside, like all that. It's just like, I don't know. Freedom of speech only applies to certain people, I guess,
Yeah. Uh-huh. It kind of
It's
sucks.
very like... only one-sided type of thing. It just sucks, like I don't really want to talk about political views. And like I was just telling my friend, I never used to be one of those people. I used to be like, you're left, right, center, don't care, respect you, cool, let's go on our lives and move on. I just think that now is just a lot of division and a lot of hate, and then it's just ugly. The world is really ugly. It's in a different place. And I feel like now it comes to like red and blue and middle and like, no, like, you know what I mean? And back then it was like, I felt like maybe because we were young, I was younger too, but also you wouldn't see people sporting the certain merch and making other people feel uncomfortable or like just feeling so entitled to disrespect other people and treat them like shit because they don't look like you or because they don't believe in what you believe. Back then we were just like, okay, this is who you are. We respect each other and we went about our lives in a way. Obviously there was still little disagreements, but I don't think it was this much hate in the world and division. And that's honestly what breaks my heart. And that's what got me speaking about it. But it's just, I hate that. Like, obviously I'm gonna sound like a little pageant queen here, but yeah, the dream would be like world peace, right? And we all love each other as human beings and respected one another. And let everybody live their life how they want to live it, but there's just a lot of like, no, it should be this way, it should be that way, this wrong, God this, God that. People be talking on God like they know him personally. Just because that you're reading a Bible doesn't mean you know him and what he would want and what are his wishes. You have to remember at the end of the day that the Bible is man written. You know, it has been rewritten so many times. It has changed, and all these people that are spreading hate on other people's life, they want to put God in front of them, like as a shield. Like, and sometimes I don't even know if it's so they can feel better about themselves, the way they think, or feel better, because God wouldn't like it, like I stand by God. Or honestly, sometimes I just think they grew up in that environment that they truly hardly believed a lot of those things that they're saying, even though it's so cruel sometimes. And I'm like, I don't understand how someone can, and I'm not talking about one particular person, I'm just talking about in general, okay? Like, some people can talk about so much hate, like you can hear the hate, you can feel the hate in their heart, and then put God in front of it or talk about God. And I'm like, do you truly believe God is a hateful person? I don't think so. But then again, we all have our different opinions. It's just sad. It's just sad that we use God for everything. Like, God has better things to do, and I am at fault in that. I'll be like, God, why? And it's like, girl, it was not God, it was you. Or like, God, I promise I'll do this if you do this. Like, why do we do that? And that's another thing that I'm also trying to work on. I'm just trying to say thank you more instead of God give me, or God help me. It's more like, thank you. Thank you for giving me the strength. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you for blessing me.
Thank you for surviving the battles.
Thank you for surviving the battles. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you for the things for removing certain things, things from my life. I'm just learning how to be more grateful and be more like thankful than to complain. I don't know. And I want to have faith in humanity still, but sometimes I do struggle a lot.
No llores.
Dude.
It sucks. It's a scary world we live in, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me sad, honestly. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I lost hope in humanity, and that makes me sad. But I still have a little bit of hope, but I just don't know why people can just not just respect one another and not be so hateful. I don't know. Some of those people just have so much hate in their heart. But
yeah.
Anyway.
To distract you from the topic, are you happy that I'm back to work?
Yes. Honestly, like Syra said, obviously let's reroute back to Syra getting a job. I'm happy for her because I saw how stressed she was, even though Syra's a inside stressor, she doesn't stress out loud. We're like the complete opposite. I stress out loud because I feel like I am literally drowning if I don't. And she stresses internally until she can't take it anymore. And I feel like that's why she was holding so much stress. Like, her neck be hurting and shit.
Dude, I almost got a stroke.
Yeah, I feel like because she was holding so much in, she obviously, I think she like lets her body take it more. So I'm happy for her because I can see the difference in her already, and it's only been a week. Literally, she started last Monday. I can see a difference in her. I can see her a little stressed and a little more relaxed, which I love that. And also, like, I know that she stated because things have switched a little bit, but also even if things didn't switch, I think it would be either great too, because we have so many plans, like I mentioned earlier, to work on the house and then other personal things that we want to do. And I feel like the more money, the better. It doesn't hurt. It would speed up the process. But I am happy mostly for her because it just sucked to see her stressed. And honestly, me and Sarah have been together for 8 years. She has always been more of the provider than I ever was. She has always taken care of me. And I've never seen her that stressed. So it was kind of stressful to me in that way. But I was trying my hardest because she would always be like, oh my God, when you stress me out. So because I saw her stress already, I would try my hardest not to show that I was stressed or like not to say so much more that I wanted to say. because I didn't want to stress her out more, but sometimes I just like, oh my God, like I'm feeling stressed myself. But I don't know, at the end of the day, like, you have to remember that you're a team with your partner. This is why you have a partner. You guys should be teams and not like go against each other. So like I would tell her like, it's all right. Like I know things are gonna get better, or
and I made them better.
or if like one partner can pull more than the other, like why not? I mean, she pulled more, for so many years, and like, if I had to pull a little more sometimes, it was good. I think I was just more stressed to see her stressed, to be honest. So am I like extremely happy? No, because I know, like she said earlier, that she was happy, but it also made her feel like a failure. I don't want her to feel like that. And I know that her going back to work made her feel like a failure in a way, which I don't see it like that. I just see it like, it's all right. Things happen for a reason. I'm a big believer that things happen for a reason. And everything's gonna work out how it's supposed to work out.
I think in general though, and you've told me, Carla has told anybody that knows me, is close to me, she'll tell me that I do better when I'm working, content-wise. Content-wise
too, I feel like she's more creative, and I feel like that has to do with her being outside and talking to other human beings, other than her being alone for almost 9 hours in a day, talking to people on another screen, which is great. We love you guys, but obviously it's not the same human interaction. So, talking through her screen, spending her alone time here, and probably just scrolling through social media, and also being on your phone that much doesn't do well for your mental health. And so just being like encerrada in four walls, and mind you, there's people have different like not mentalities, how do I say, like, for example, Syra suffers more of a depression than I do, mental states. And I feel like she, even though she is more of a antisocial person and she likes her alone time, she does need that human interaction. And I feel like her brain works a lot more. It's more active when she is in a workplace, because she's talking to others, she's interacting, she's out of the house, and like she has that time, like, oh, okay, I don't have nothing to do at work right now. I can think of what videos I can do, or I can think of content, rather than being inside all day.
If my employer's watching, I don't do that at work. All I do is work.
She's a hard worker.
I'm a hard worker working 3 jobs, okay? 4 with the podcast. No, but yeah, that's one of the things I have noticed with my pattern, because obviously this is not my first time quitting. And the first time that I quit, after a certain amount of months, I feel it taking a toll in my mental, like Iromy said. It gets to a point where the creativity is no longer there. For this specific situation, it got to the point I was so stressed out that creating content and the creativity not being there, and me focusing on numbers, was just not it. It was not fun. I did not enjoy TikTok. I have not been enjoying content creation for the past few months. You know what I mean? It's just so stressful thinking about putting content, because or putting content that, oh my God, it has to do good, because obviously this is your livelihood. This is your income.
If you quit your job for it, yeah,
if you quit your job for it, right? Versus now, I was talking to Santos, Iromy, obviously she knows, but like now I don't have the pressure of like my video better perform good, like my video has to do numbers because like I gotta get paid. Now I'm just like, I'm gonna put content that I enjoy doing and have fun with it and work with it, and I know that my time will come. That's it.
Yeah, and like if Syra decided to detox from social media a little bit, so she has not been posting as much. So obviously, like me coming back to my podcast, like we're not gonna completely quit. We're still here for you guys. She wanted to, but obviously, like I feel like she would also miss it.
I would, but I wanted to for reasons of appreciating privacy a little bit more. Like a lot of the times nowadays, I guess lately, this year specifically, I feel like just more hate came this way.
Well, yeah.
And it comes with growing, and I get it. But maybe it's also my mentality changing about it, because now I'm just like, okay, I get that I'm like an open book, and like I'm down to share anything with you guys.
But also, I think that also comes with like maybe it's up to us how much we want to show. 'Cause there is content creators that, like for example, Tini, right?
Yeah.
She's cook, she's food, and she stated, I'm not gonna talk about my pregnancy that much. I'm not gonna answer questions about my personal life. My content is food, and I'm gonna keep it as food.
That's where I was gonna get to. I think that going live on TikTok is no longer my priority. My priority has shifted a little bit because I think that's when people see the most into your life, like as it's happening, and you know what I mean, like the actual interactions, and that's cool. I love it. But I think I'm just at a point where I'm okay with uploading content that I can edit and I have more control over it rather than just hopping on live. Hold on, I'm not gonna quit going live. I'm gonna continue streaming on Twitch. That's where if I do spend 3 hours of my life on live, it's gonna be on Twitch. And occasionally on TikTok too, right?
Yeah.
Because we can't let go of TikTok. We love our TikTok chismosas, our family. But I'm just saying, like, the priority is not there because also it takes time away from actually creating the content. Because sometimes we have plans on like, oh, we're going to do this video, but we're going to go live too. So then we go live. 4 hours later, we're like, oh, shit, we got to go to bed because it's late and like we never did the videos. Get me? So I think that I want to prioritize more creating the content, editing the content, uploading more. That's what I want. I want to upload more. And I hope that you guys understand. I don't think that's big of a change.
Yeah.
I just want to upload more videos.
And honestly, now that Sarah's back at work, maybe we'll have more for you guys because her mind gets a little more creative. And I do try to help. And I feel like when I do get in that moment, like I'm a helper, is when she's down. And then like sometimes we just don't align. I'm like, hey, we should do this, we should do that. She's like, yeah. And then when she's like, we should do this, I'm like, yeah. Because we never like are on the same page sometimes. So I feel like we just need to learn how to align at the same time. Mm-hmm. And that would be great for you guys and for us.
Yeah, but yeah, for what? I've been cleansing. Obviously, I didn't stop posting completely, but I just wanted to post like just normally, just because, oh, look, random little posts here and there. Like if social media wasn't my job, you know?
Yeah.
So I just stopped doing the TikTok to Instagram or updating this chat or doing this. Like it's overwhelming sometimes, not gonna lie.
So if you ever ask a person, oh, you just did content, you don't have a job. Girl. It's easier to have a job than be a content creator, canceled. To be honest. It is easier. I'm going to get canceled?
Yeah, they canceled BK because he said that last time. That it's easier to go to work than to be an influencer. No,
honestly, as a person that does both, why do you think I don't fully go on? Because I rather show up to work, and I'm not shaming no one. This is not to shame. This is just to state my opinion. Cancel me if you want. I guess I don't care. My opinion is, to me, it's like I show up to my work. I know exactly what to do, what needs to be done, what I have to do. Clock in, clock out, do it, expect a check every 2 weeks. Rather than like, okay, what am I going to put out today? What am I going to do? The editing, sometimes you're not even in the fucking mood and you have to pull out your best mood. Out of work, if I don't feel like talking to nobody, I just don't feel like talking to nobody, and I will stay in my office and do my job.
I'm going to be devil's advocate, okay? Because I know people are probably the people that disagree.
Okay.
Because yes, you're working on social media. Yes, social media can be hard, but social media is fun, as in like you're doing fun things for the content.
That's true. When it's flowing, though, when you got it like that, like there's some people that are very creative and that it works for them. You know, there's other people that I should rephrase it. If you're not as creative, it doesn't come as easy to you. I guess like for us, it started as fun, right? Social media is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be great. But sometimes when you make it your only job, it's when it becomes stressful because now you really have to think about the numbers. Now you really have to think about the views because you're counting on paying your bills at the end of the day.
And it fucks with being true to yourself too. Because a lot of the times there's so many stuff that we want to say our honest opinion about and we can't. Because like, God forbid we say something that upsets a certain group and like all of a sudden you're canceled or whatever it may be. So it kind of messes it up to me. I don't know. I will say, as somebody who did social media, who has done full on social media without an 8 to 5, although I wasn't waking up at the crack of dawn to go clock into my job every single day and, waiting for my lunchtime and then waiting for it to be 5 to clock out, I genuinely felt like social media was harder than going to my job. And right now that I'm doing both, dude, I go to my job and I'm chilling. Like, I am not stressed.
I'm not saying that applies to every job. I'm just saying, like, for me in my current situation right now, I feel like going to my job is easier than me creating content. I'm not saying that's standard for everyone.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's people that wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. They're in the field. That's fucking labor work. Being a doctor, you're responsible for people's lives, finding out what's wrong with them. Being a nurse, being a firefighter, you're risking your life. I'm not saying... I guess I just worded it wrong. I'm not saying that content creation is harder than going to a job. No, what I'm saying is sometimes, like, thinking about it, creating content, something I just rather show up to my job than create content.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
It comes down to, it's kind of, the way I like to see it or compare it to is, imagine you running your own business. Literally, that's what it is.
Yes, there you go.
If you're not in the mood, I'm sorry, but you better be in the mood because otherwise you're not going to get paid. If you get sick, I'm sorry, you better wipe them.
You don't got no sick hours, girl.
You don't got sick hours. You don't got the health insurance. You got to go through private insurance and pay extra. Literally, you work 24. When you own your own business, you end up working 24/7.
You work, yeah.
And that's what it is with social media. It just happens to, like, obviously social media, you only see the fun part. You don't see the back end of it. Like, when people give me shit on live, when I'm on live and you're at work, and they're like, oh my God, Yanni, get a job, what the fuck,
That's so crazy, though. ¿Qué te importa? Is she paying your bills? Like, I can't stand people like that. Like, why does her being at home bother you so much? She's not paying your bills.
Yeah, and then it, like, to me, it's like, bro, you don't know that I went all these years without getting paid, going to my 8 to 5, coming home, editing without getting paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to get to a spot where you're now making that check on social media. And then for somebody just to come in and be like, can I get a real job? Like, bitch, let me see you do what I just did for the past 5 years and then come tell me something. You know what I mean?
And I feel like those are the people that are just hating, honestly. Like, they wish they were home themselves. Because I'm sure if they had the ability to do that, they would, and gladly.
Yeah.
Without even doing anything. Let's say you get paid to stay home. That's not a job, but you're getting paid to stay home, right? But you're gonna take that shit. Right. I don't know.
Yeah, but we got too deep into that.
Yeah,
but the news was I got a job, guys. I am more happy than sad. Just know that. I am extremely happy, actually. I am excited to be back at my job. Shout out to the coworkers that put in a good word for me to be back, and were happy to have me back, hopefully, quote unquote. I don't know who was lying or whatever, but it's nice. Honestly, it's nice to go and clock in, and obviously my work ethic has got me the opportunity to return to my jobs with no questions asked kind of thing. So ya saben, no me hago pendeja ya, but it's nice to go clock in, sit there, do my job, come out, and just know that I have a secure income right now, especially right now that TikTok is fluctuating a lot, I'm going to say. But yeah, we're going to move on to the next segment of the show. Next, we're going to read a little form, you guys. And this was interesting. I come from a Muslim family, and I was like, ooh, say less.
Okay. Flag it.
Okay. 25. Oh. Hello. 25. It says, hopefully this is not some, no, I don't think we read this right. Someone that's Muslim. You don't recall reading this, right? Okay, it says, I come from a Muslim family where being gay is highly frowned upon. I decided to move out with my then girlfriend, but within a month I found out she was cheating on me with her male coworkers. We broke up and I essentially became homeless. Oh, fuck. Luckily, I had a stable job, so I was able to stay in Airbnbs until I moved in with some friends. Okay. I'd known one of these friends for a couple years, and her girlfriend was one of the sweetest, most genuine people I'd ever met. Sorry. However, I'd always been wary of this friend group because of their heavy drinking and drug usage. Oh my God. I drink a lot, sorry. It felt like a ticking time bomb. My roommate would brag about me being single and offer me up to anyone, telling everyone in the local lesbian community she was trying to hook me up. I was just trying to heal from my breakup. Eventually, I started falling for a mutual friend who was very close to my roommate. My roommate hated me hanging out with her and would pick fights about it. I got to the point where we had to sneak around to see each other. Eventually, I told the girl we should stop hanging out because it was creating tension in the living situation. As soon as I did, my roommate's behaviors towards me changed drastically. The same exact day, my roommate invited another girl over. She was smart and great and a great conversationalist, but my roommate kept pouring us drinks starting at 3 p.m. for a party later that night. One thing led to another, and the girl and I hooked up. The next morning, I woke up hungover, saw my roommate and the girl chatting, and went back to bed without thinking much of it. Later, I woke up again and saw them walking out of my roommate's room drying their hair. They had hooked up. Ooh. Damn. Okay. My roommate claimed her girlfriend had given her permission, but I later learned that wasn't true. So she had cheated on her girlfriend and crossed a huge boundary with me. She said she did it because the girl wouldn't stop talking about my game. And I made her jealous. Whoa. From that point on, things went downhill fast. I couldn't trust her anymore and could see the malice in how she acted towards me. The final straw was when she tried to control who I could bring over. I gave her a month's notice and moved out without further decision. Afterwards, she told everyone I had screwed her over financially and left her with the apartment. I've always been conflicted about whether I was in the wrong. On one hand, I was protecting myself from toxic, unsafe environment. On the other, I know leaving put her in a difficult financial spot. Maybe I should have hooked up with this. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have hooked up with this girl after cutting off talks with the first one. Maybe it was my karma for hurting someone. But was I really a bad person to just quit and walk away? No! You think she was a bad person?
No, but are you done?
Yeah.
First of all, I'm so sorry you got involved with a bunch of crazy fucking lesbians.
Yes.
Because that group sounds insane. I'm so sorry. Don't mean to judge, but like, that's crazy. Friends should not do that to one another. But then I do understand. Sometimes jealousy gets the best of some people. And I'm so sorry you got like entangled. First of all, let's start off with the ex. That you decided... It's already hard for someone to come out. You decided to come out. And I understand, like you said, you come from a Muslim family. I feel like a lot of religions like are very hard, right? But yes, I could understand specifically as a Muslim. And so, one, I'm proud of your bravery. Not some people would never and just stay to make their family happy. So proud of you for that. Second, I'm so sorry that experience was horrible and that this person cheated on you with a man, a coworker. Like, I am so sorry for that, but you know what? It was that person's loss, not yours. Look at the one good thing that came out of this is that you came out and moved out and became your own person. Mm-hmm. That's what came out of this. Forget that dirty person. Forget her. Karma will come around. I strongly believe in good karma and bad karma, and karma would get her. But that pushed you to come out and live your life, okay? And second of all, I'm so sorry for that roommate. I was saying, as she was reading this, I was going to say it's giving either she has a crush on you or it's giving jealousy. You know, like the fact that she was getting mad because you were talking to this mutual friend.
I was going to say.
If she was taken...
It's giving she had a crush on you.
That's what I was thinking. Crush on you until... Or... the fact that she hooked up with the same person you hooked up within the same night, that's giving she wanted what you have, or she wanted to be you, or it's giving both. Yes. It's giving she has a crush on you,
or hater,
hater as fuck.
Envidia.
Yes.
Jealousy, sorry.
So the fact that why didn't she want you to talk to this mutual person if she had a girlfriend? Like, what is it to her if you talk to this mutual person? Like, she doesn't own that person or you, right? That was number one red flag. You're too nice, so stop talking to someone that you actually had feelings for because of this person.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, how is she gonna hook up with another person you just finished hooking up with, knowing that she was taken?
Gross.
One, that's gross, that's dirty, that's nasty, that's guacala. Like, good for you that you moved on. Fuck her. I'm sorry if you left her in a financial situation. Maybe she would have thought of being a better person and a better friend overall.
And it's not even that you left her in a financial situation. What did she get into a financial situation after you left? Then yes, but you gave her a 30-day notice.
And not just that, you chose your happiness and your well-being.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to choose yourself. And if someone's being toxic or being a bad friend or being a hater or being envious, which that sounds like that's all that she was according to what you wrote, good for you. I would have done the same. I would have put my mental state and my happiness and myself before that person who can care less, because honestly that person did not care about you.
Yeah.
A true friend wouldn't do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, good for you. You're not a bad person. Always do what's best for you, because no one is gonna have your back as much as you have your own. Remember, you're your own advocate. You know how you feel. You know what's going on. You know those feelings yourself. So always watch out for yourself. You know. I don't know what your current situation is. Is that how it ends?
Yeah, that's how it ends.
I don't know how your current situation is. I hope things are better for you. To answer your question, I think I already did, but I'll answer it again just to make sure you heard me. You're not a bad person for what you did.
She's a bad person.
She's a bad person. Honestly, like, what was the reason why she cares so much if you were talking to this mutual friend? As a friend, let's just say, I don't think that's a good person. Right? Let's just say I'm your friend, I'm your roommate, and I don't think that's a good person. That's why I don't want you hanging out. Then why the fuck am I friends with that person if I don't think that's a good person? What other reason it can it be? Unless she just doesn't want you to be happy, unless it was just hate her, unless she wanted that person to. I don't know. Weird vibes. And I would never hook up with somebody that my friend just hooked up with, or ever hooked up with, or ever dated, or ever had feelings. I would never get in that mix of that, because I could get messy, and that's just dirty. Like, the fact that she knew you guys hooked up and then still does that, and that she was taken, is insane to me. And if she was so worried about financial situations, then maybe she should have been a better friend, because she needs to realize that people would get tired of something like that and would decide to move on.
Yep.
It's kind of like being in a toxic environment at work. You're not going to put up for that long. You're going to look for other jobs and leave it. Kind of like that too. Like, if your home environment, the place is supposed to feel like home and feel safe, and your relaxed space is being toxic, you're going to leave out of there.
Yeah. I agree. Retweet everything she said. Second that. Copy and paste. Not
Repost.
Repost. Like, straight up. You're not a bad person. You're too good of a person to even think that you're a bad person.
Yes.
That's the problem here, actually.
And I know there's always two sides of every story, of course, but we're getting yours and we're answering to yours.
Yeah. With that being said, though, one of the topics that she would like us to talk about, and I think I'm going to write it down for next week's episode, toxic friends. Because we can get into that shit.
We can get into that. Thank you for that recommendation.
Yeah, it requires a whole new episode, though.
Yeah. Y'all gonna be here forever. Yeah. So for sure, we'll leave it for next week. Write it down. That's a great topic. Thank you for even putting it.
Yeah.
Thank you for even submitting this form. But again, I do hope that you're doing better, and I hope that you find the person who is for you. She's somewhere out there. Don't even worry. You're gonna find your happiness. Just keep doing you, focusing on you, whatever it is that you have going on in your life. I do wish you the best, and I hope that your family does come around if they haven't yet.
Yes. Amen. Oh yeah, huh? And I would like, if you're listening to this, I don't know if you mind or not, but a little update on the family would be cool, you know?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
hello, I'm the Muslim friend, you know, or whatever. However you want to.
Did she put her
Because
horoscope?
there's no name. Yeah, Scorpio. But we're running out of time, so how about we leave that for next episode?
Okay.
I'll note it down on my notes because although I'm not a planner.
I like that because Scorpio season is coming up soon.
Yes. I'm not a planner, you guys, but guess who planned the podcast episode and the topics we were going to tackle?
My co-host.
Uh-huh.
My co-host, dude. See, I'm telling you guys, she went back to work and she on it.
Yeah, guys. Honestly, like, I'm wide awake. Like, shit. Right now, I'd be sleeping if I wasn't working.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or scrolling.
Or just doom scrolling. Like, it's super bad. My mentality sucks.
And honestly, I feel like we aligned on this when she texted me. She's like, hey, we should come back to your podcast. Let's do this. I was already thinking about that as she was texting me. So I was like, we're on the same page, girl. We're on the same page. But yeah, I think this is all for today, guys. I feel like it's a lot of little updates, little things. For sure, next week is going to be juicy. I can't wait to talk about toxic friendships because such things do fucking exist.
Yeah.
Homegirl had one.
Yeah.
And I hope you're not friends with that person anymore. Because the fact that she's going to go around and talk shit, like she left me in this financial situation. Boo-hoo, girl. Figure it out. This is what you get for being a bad or being a food cheap person.
Amen.
Well, that is all for today, friends. I hope that you guys enjoyed this podcast. I hope that we gave you guys a lot of informative things. And I'm so sorry if I said anything that offended you guys. Sometimes, like, it just takes me a while to, like, process what I just said. Like, the whole work thing, I didn't mean it in a bad way. So I do apologize if you felt offended. I'm not trying to say your job is not hard. That wasn't it. But any last words, my friend?
No, just happy to be back, and hopefully we're not gonna sit here and promise anything because we're
see us when you see us.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna go with it, and if it happens, it happens. Obviously,
we want to start enjoying it again.
Yeah, the thing is that we wanna enjoy it, and we wanna bring our best attitude whenever we do it. Like, you're gonna get us at 100. That's my thing, where I don't want to show my face because it feels forceful. And that's how I was feeling these past couple of months. Like, it was just forceful. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to be in that spot. Like, we'll be here, guys. And when we're going to be at 100 for you guys. No se preocupen, oigan.
Al 100, dijo.
Al 100, oigan.
All right, friends. Well, we're going to leave it as that. And we'll see you guys next week with a juicy motherfucking topic. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to Gossip and Guidance. As always, don't forget to subscribe. And always let me know what you guys thought about this podcast on the comments down below. Don't forget to give a
rating if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
Yeah. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.